So what's coming to mind, in terms of like how to make these changes is, yes, education on an individual level, but we need these systems to change, because I, as a single mom, may want to carry my baby to work all day with me, but my manager is not going to let me.
Okay. So the way these changes can be supported, we need economic, political, and social support for families. It's pretty clear.
Yep.
We have the worst maternal leave policies of any developed country. Our national policy is 12 weeks of unpaid leave. European countries have 1 to 3 years of paid leave. Also, let's have more and improved parenting and child development education. In addition, widespread education of teenagers about birth control would help. About 40% of pregnancies are unwanted. Also, let's reconsider our cultural priorities and make the welfare of families a higher priority. Yeah. In return, we would save billions of dollars and have a higher quality of life. And we need more assertiveness by women regarding infant and child care.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say, in light of that, like, assertiveness from women. So I'm going to say, like, yes, but we're not the ones making the rules often, like, and yeah. We like, right. So like, and like, in terms of you, something that stands out for me is, like you said, that 40% of pregnancies are unwanted. Like, what do you think about this Texas abortion ban? Like, now you're going to have like all these women, like, and there's no exception in cases of rape or incest. So I'm violated and traumatized and impregnated. What is that going to do to the infant? It's insane.
Yeah, well, like I say, we got a deep problem that goes back a long time. But let me clarify again how we can create some change here.
Let's do it. Tell us how to do it.
So, as I've said, much of this information has been ignored for decades. So, you out there can make a difference by communicating with others who may have children in the future, or who may know others who could have children in the future. Contact family, friends, and use social media. Also, contact news sources and urge reports on the origins of our personal and social problems. For more information, you can see my blog at ronaldgoldmanphd.com. In addition, contact local, state, and federal representatives to urge more support for families, starting with extended paid maternal leave. One of the most satisfying feelings we can have is to make a real difference in the world. This gives our lives more meaning and also supports our spiritual nature. As we make a difference, let's consider these ideas. We need to pay more attention to the commonplace instead of the unusual. We are wise to trust our intuition and experience more and experts less. We pay a high price for silence and denial. Just as fear in speaking out is contagious, courage in speaking out is contagious. It is critical that we empower ourselves and take action, though we may be in a minority. Our reluctance to accept our power is connected to our reluctance to accept responsibility. Progress depends on our accepting responsibility. As a final thought, for people to change, it helps if they feel loved and respected by the people who offer them change. Learning new information, perspectives, and solutions depends on our feeling good about ourselves and the person informing us. When your message is love rather than confrontation, you recognize that changing others likely means changing yourself. This is a significant personal growth opportunity. So let's learn to lead with love.
Thank you for that, Dr. Goldman. That's a beautiful, beautiful closing to that conversation. And yes, exactly. Violence perpetuates violence. Love perpetuates love. And compassion is the root. So thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your brilliance. And I'm going to suggest, I love your call to action. What I heard in that is you're like mobilized, organized, become activists and ask for more, demand more than this, poop sandwich that we're being handed in terms of how we birth and raise and commune together as humans. We deserve more, and to take back our power. And that's only going to come from us activating and organizing around it, and no longer being complacent and just absorbing it. So I'm just going to say to our audience, if you've been touched, moved, and inspired by this episode, please share it. People need to know, we all need to know the impact of our early childhood experiences on who we are as adults and who we are as a society. And the only way to change it is to start at the root. So thank you, Dr. Goldman. How can people continue to get in touch with you? And we will absolutely add all these links, as I said, under the video. But if you could give your URL and your social media contacts, and also your GoFundMe information as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I have a website, which is ronaldgoldmanphd.com. And I also have social media accounts at the usual Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Icons and links to those accounts are at the bottom of my website page. So I certainly invite you to learn more about this, and please share with others. We have the power, and we can make a difference. So let's do it. Thanks very much to you, Debbie, and to your viewers and listeners.
Yay. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and joining us this evening. I hope you have been touched, moved, and inspired as much as I have by this episode. As we said before, please share widely, spread the good word, and make sure you go check out rongoldmanphd.com to find out more information. You're also an author, correct? You wrote a book about circumcision trauma. Is that correct?
I did. And just to be sure there's no misunderstanding, the website is Ronald Goldman, PhD.
Ronald Goldman. Perfect. Okay. Ronald Goldman, PhD. Thank you for that correction. All right, go to Ronald Goldman, PhD at phd.com and check out the website and the book and all of the pertinent information. Have a beautiful night, everyone. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.